In this video, I'm going to talk about adding and editing opportunities within my Sales Buddy. So I'm going to log in. Straight away, I'm met by the dashboard, and we can see a number of opportunities already within the system, and we've got some shortcuts to either add activity relating to that opportunity or to view or edit that opportunity. But if I'm looking to add a new opportunity, we've got a couple of ways of doing that. We have the shortcut here, and the great thing about this quick add is it doesn't matter whether the company or individual is already in the system, as we can either select somebody who is, or we can add a new contact, and we get the equivalent of the quick add form for contacts, followed by a little bit of information about how you've met or come across the opportunity, and that will be added as an activity. So for example, it was a call received, it was an email received, we met somebody. And we can then obviously put the follow-up, because all opportunities must have a due date, but that will also be tied to the activity. Who's responsible? In this case, me. But also, we've got a list of products that we've defined within the system. By default, you will have a single entry of unassigned. But these are the products that we've defined in admin. And in fact, I'll jump there now, and we can see we've got a bunch of filters, some that relate to contacts, that relate to activities, but this is the one we're interested in, the product types. And it's very easy to either add new entries, to edit the values, and we can obviously change what they may be for whatever reason, and we can delete values. And we also have a default value, and that's basically if we have an opportunity that was maybe assigned to branding, and branding for whatever reason is deleted, it will be reassigned to, well, in this case, unassigned. Now, this works in a number of ways. You saw it in the quick add form, but also once we start looking at opportunities, whether it's a prospect or a proposal, or indeed an order, we can filter by product. So we can see what is happening. We can also filter by timescale, when things are due, by priority, who's responsible, and we can also search by keyword, which are all great once you start to get a lot of information in the system. We've also got a button here to view any opportunities that we're now considered as complete. So whether that was an order that's been completed, it's all done and dusted, or it may have been a prospect or proposal that just isn't happening anymore. We didn't win it, or whatever that reason may be. But we've got the shortcuts along the top of the screen to look at those that have been set as prospect, those as proposal, those as order. And we do have other objectives, which is a bit of a catch-all. We tend not to use it, but it could be something internal that you want to set up as an activity as such, or something strategic. So here we can see we have the proposal opportunity with no pain. We've got a little bit of information. We actually have shortcuts if we simply knew that we wanted to add activity that related to that opportunity. But we can obviously view and edit. And if I go in and view, you'll see there's a little bit more information. We've got more details with regards to the opportunity. And that varies slightly depending on the type of opportunity, which I'll show you in a moment. But it's also where we can load the activity, and we can load cash flow. As we've said in other videos, we're not looking to provide any kind of interface with your accounting and replace any of that work, but we want to be able to see where our sales, how we doing month by month, how we doing in a particular month. And it allows us to focus, whether it's on our own efforts or someone, another account manager within the business, or it's a product area that you want to focus on. So we can log cash flow, whether that's an estimated payment, whether we've quoted, invoiced, or indeed it's paid. And we have the sales forecasting screen that will give us an overview of that. So this really tells the story, but if we edit the opportunity, you'll see there's a bit more information we can load. There's some optional fields here in terms of a summary, the current status, and indeed any background. We've got the information that drives us forward in terms of action being due, who's responsible, a priority. We can indeed update who it relates to if for whatever reason that's changed. But here we've got the title, but we've also got the type of opportunity. And as you'll see, because it's proposal related, we've got information, or we can store information relating to when the inquiry received, when the quote was submitted. And indeed, if we were to change it to an order, you'll see now we can store when was the order placed, when was the order complete. All information that's useful as we look at how things are progressing and we look at the history of things. But that's the top and the bottom of the detail within the opportunity. As I say, we've got a number of ways of accessing that through the top tabs, but also if we are looking within a company, a contact, and here we can see that we have a number of opportunities listed. If we actually look within that contact, you'll see that there are the current opportunities that relate to CounterNose bookkeeping. And again, we can jump straight through and view, edit, set complete, delete it if it's no longer valid. So that's how we add, edit, and manage opportunities within SalesBuddy. And hopefully you're good to go.